No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Pow day.
Dude, let's go.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live from BroncoNationNews.com is presented by RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Yes. How we doing? Happy Thursday. Happy return to the practice field for the Boise State football team. Off day yesterday, back on the field for day 3, I guess day 4 of fall camp, but practice number 3 right behind us here at the Chevrolet Field. We just saw Tyler Stockton, the safeties coach, jogging by, and he had a nice lather worked up already. He was in sweatpants and sweatshirt and getting a run in before practice, I guess. But players starting to trickle on the field, and this is going to be fun. Beautiful day for football practice. My name is BJ Rains. This is Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com. We're part of the 247 Sports family. Hopefully you'll go subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. And this is Johnny Ballgame. John Mallory, host of Prater in the Ballgame. Weekdays, 3 to 6, KTIK. You get all your Boise State coverage from Prater and Johnny, and we're happy to have our partnership with them here at KTIK. And Johnny, off day yesterday, but we're back on the field today. First day in shoulder pads, so the intensity should ramp up a little bit.
I didn't even notice. I heard you guys say that, because they were wearing their shells. I didn't even notice they weren't in shoulder pads the first couple of days. I thought it was pretty intense, and, they don't tackle much anymore anyway, but yeah, if it's going to go up a notch in the physicality and the intensity level, then, sign me up for that. I don't know exactly how practice is going to go today. I hope just for our entertainment value, we get some one-on-ones in the end zone. I want to see what the quarterback, Maddox Madsen, does with those receivers against those defensive backs. I would chalk it up to a victory for the offense. The last time we saw that drill, not that the defense wasn't playing well, they were, but there was just some of those offensive plays. Maddox Madsen, in my estimation, was just dialed in. He wasn't missing. He was just programmed. He was feeling it. He was in his rhythm, in some of the scrimmages or whatnot, or even the 7-on-7. You look at Mad Dog and balls out, quick read, balls out. And some of the other quarterbacks, they don't get that initial read, so they'll end up escaping the pocket and doing something on the ad lib. Like Maddox didn't even need to do that because he was so dialed in with his reads. Ball was just getting out timely everywhere. So I want to see that today. And then other than that, let's see, a little more physical, like you said, would be nice.
Yeah, I'd like to see the defense step up a little bit. I think the offense has dominated the first 2 days, and we did have a Jaden Mickey interception. I think Marco Notriani had a pick in a 7-on-7 drill, but I am going to be watching the defense a little more today. But again, this is Bronco Nation News Live. We want your comments. We got your thoughts. We have to end a little early today. We'll be off about 9:30 or so as we get out to the practice field today. But Johnny, we've had some nice interviews the first couple of days. By the way, a couple of folks enjoying your appearance here. Adam Freeman, love Thursdays with Johnny. So you guys can continue to get your comments, your thoughts in. Fingers crossed that Gaines is back today. I guess that's something we'll be watching, but I would guess probably not, right?
That's funny. That's not even, it's like out of sight, out of mind, man. There's so many other stories with this team. There's a lot of other good players. There's potential position battles. There's like the Chris Marshall factor. Is he going to, what's he going to build? Like Spencer, build days, Chris Marshall. Let's not talk about it. Let's just continue to build good days. Is today going to be another one of those? But yeah, here we go with the Sire Gaines story. It would probably be a breath of fresh air for a lot of people here in the program and outside the program to get a full practice in, because it's been almost, what Prater said yesterday, 11 months since he's had like a full football practice. So they got to get him going, or it's just going to be a very unfortunate set of circumstances where this kid coming off the greatest true freshman debut, in my opinion, that I've seen in this program, to not be able to show everybody else what he can do on an RB1 basis, at least compete for the gig. Right now, I mean, this is all Malik Sherrod, guys. He's going to be the back here, period, as far as what I'm seeing. The lead back, if you will. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think he's going to be one of the best backs in the league.
Malik Sherrod is up after practice as well. We're going to get to chat with Malik Sherrod after practice today. He's on the interview list, so I'm looking forward to that. I believe today it's Malik Sherrod, Matt Lauder, and Max Steege are the three we're going to talk to after practice today. So we'll get those interviews up on the Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. You guys will have sound bites and things today on Idaho Sports Talk 3 to 6 today, the afternoon. Ben saying good morning from Tampa. Appreciate Ben. Hoping to get Ben's going to hook me up, Johnny, with some spots to visit down there in Tampa before the game. Folks are liking Greg Ard as well. The true freshman running back has shown a few things. Dylan Riley has been impressive as well. But yeah, keep the questions coming, keep the comments coming, and we got about 25 more minutes or so to talk Boise State football with you here ahead of the practice. Johnny, they have raised the I don't know what you call that thing, the catwalk type thing that the camera goes in. Players are making their way onto the field, and you can see, yes, the shoulder pads today. You can see through the fence there that they're getting ready for practice. And you're right, the intensity always does step up a little bit. We did get some of the one-on-ones in day 2. We're going to get more of those one-on-ones probably, hopefully today, because they're, at least from a visual standpoint, those are the best clips on social media, the one-on-ones and things like that. But hey, hope you've enjoyed the coverage. KTIK is doing a tremendous job. We think at Bronco Nation News we're doing okay as well. So sign up. We still got that 60% off fall camp special going. We'll have multiple articles today with our thoughts from practice, our players that stood out, some highlights, our interviews, all kinds of good stuff. So if you can help us out, $4 a month there at Bronco Nation News, you can get that 60% off special right now. So we appreciate that. And yes, Johnny, Ball Talk, Sanford and Johnny, Ball Talk will be behind the paywall this year. So you're gonna make it worth it to subscribers this year to want to pay up.
Best season, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think it's season 4 of Ball Talk. It can't be, but it might be at least season 3. Yeah, we're taking it up a level with the production, with Sanford on the chalkboard, and go please subscribe, guys, if you want to watch Ball Talk this year. It's going to be great.
Got to subscribe to BNN. $48 for a full year using that annual subscription on the 60% off deal. Got to be a subscriber to watch Ball Talk and see some of our other VIP posts in the message boards and things. So hopefully you will take advantage of that. I haven't seen many complaints, so let us know if you can hear us okay, see us okay. Somebody says, are they broadcasting? I got nothing. But then Surf City Bill says ball game in Sanford, excellent show. So I guess we're okay there. Johnny, 2 days in, what takeaways do you have? We talked to Chris Marshall and I talked to Prater about it yesterday, but it's hard to not buy in right now to the hype of Chris Marshall. And I'm doing my best. And I guess I'm not doing that well because I've done nothing but talk about Chris Marshall the last couple of days. But I'm not sure he's dropped the pass in 2 days. He's unguardable in the red zone and one-on-one drills. And then we talked to him after the second practice, and he just said all the right things about being motivated to make this, the best year of his career. I think he will use the phrase monster season, and nobody can guard me if I'm out there. And I walked away from that interview and those two practices thinking, man, it's hard not to be excited about Chris Marshall. It's pretty easy now to see why Phil Steele put him third team. Why didn't he put him first team? The hype continues to rise. I hope we're not getting ahead of ourselves. I hope he's out there practicing today, and let's just stack these days on top of each other. But right now, it really is hard to not be excited about Chris Marshall. And I know you're one of his biggest fans, it seems like.
Yeah, man. Like Spencer said, stacking the days, the cliches, I guess, all apply with Chris Marshall, right? What are they? 1 day at a time, and that's what he's been. But the two practices, yeah, he's just been brilliant. He's been really, really good. I've seen good receivers on this practice field, a lot of them. And what I've seen from Chris Marshall the last couple of days is up there with anyone, including the likes of Khalil Shakir, man. I mean, you saw him on the goal line the other day. I mean, I'm going to be thinking anytime this season they're inside the 5-yard line, if they just get single man out there on Marshall with the way Mad Dog is throwing, I mean, that's babies and candy. It really is that easy. It looked that way. I mean, not that easy, but they're just really good at it. And it seems like they're on the same page. We saw Chris Marshall having plays across the middle too. Not just that, but the difference between a good receiver and a great receiver, I think the great receivers stay on their feet. Like if it's a deep pass or whatever, you'll see good receivers. Yeah, they'll catch it, but they'll do so kind of falling down. Sanford talks about this too. The great receivers, no, man, you keep your feet up, you catch the ball, and then you do something after you get it. And that's what I've seen from Chris Marshall too, across the middle and whatnot, turning on the afterburners. He's legit, guys. And maybe he needed to be humbled. Maybe he needed to realize that he's not all that special. He's not special enough to what he did last year, be able to come out here and play kind of on, if you will, his terms. And Spencer Danielson, I think, has driven that in. Like, this isn't going to be about your terms. We're not all here to cater to you so you get to go in the NFL. That's not what we do here, man. And I think he's getting it, or he's got it to this point. And now you just hope he stays healthy. His mind is right. And then he's a breathtaking athlete. He's a lot of fun to watch at practice. And he's not the only one, though. As far as other players that are,
I was going to say other wide receivers. I mean, for a position that we've talked a lot about, and again, we're trying not to hype them up too much. We can only go off what we've seen for 2 days. I would say the wide receiver position, Johnny's been one of the most impressive positions at camp through 2 days. When you go, with some of the other guys that have really stepped up, Quentin Jones has been really impressive, number 25, and we saw 17, the JUCO transfer.
Demetrius Whitlock.
Yep, he's been good. What was the other receiver that I missed?
Quentin Brown.
Yeah, Quentin Brown. Sorry.
I don't want to speculate anything, but I was thinking too, he might be usable as a back. He is really shifty, and he's backside.
Not the biggest guy, yeah.
Quentin Brown's 5'8", $163. Like maybe some Darren Sproles stuff, maybe some fly sweep stuff. BJ's right. He's got a lot of potential. He's just a true freshman, and he's small. And I know the running back room is thin, and I don't know what they would maybe have a role for him because he is really good. But I don't know if he's ready to line up and be a top 3 receiver on this team and be able to count on week in, week out. There's just all these new pieces, you guys, in the receiver room, and they're all making plays, and then you're having to constantly check your laminated roster.
I was going to ask you about that. How much would that cost for you to bring me one of those tomorrow's practice?
I could do it for free.
I'll give you $5. Maybe you're at it to the next paycheck. I would love this. This is a Johnny Ball Game staple, a laminated roster. I mean, I can't even find my crumpled up roster from the first day
because you don't find them. If you don't laminate it, they crumple up and whatever. You laminate it, you keep it going. But yeah, there's just a bunch of freshmen or transfers in the receiver room that are just making plays. And I'll keep mentioning Ben Ford too. He's really impressed me, guys. He's worked for this. He's hungry as hell. I mean, he's a brick outhouse physically. Like that dude's gotten everything out of his physical limitations that he can. And I think Ben Ford can help if he can stay healthy, which he does, stay consistent, which he has. I want to throw him in there too. And
I'm going to throw Quamante Williams Jr., number 83. He's 6'5", freshman. He's made a couple nice plays as well.
Needs to put on some weight, I'm sure everybody would say, but maybe, dude, he's just thin, but he looks like he can play, man. I agree.
Josh wants to know, is that Ball Game or Tom Cruise?
Stop. BJ, stop putting those up there, man.
Somebody was asking about Matt Miller, and if we could talk to him. Somebody said, when are you talking to the coaches next? Just an FYI, today we're getting players. Tomorrow we're getting the 3 coordinators. So tomorrow we will get interviews with Stacey Collins, special teams, Eric Chenander, Nate Potter. So we'll get the 3 coordinators tomorrow, and we can ask about that. And then Monday we can start getting some of the assistant coaches into the mix. So I'm sure we'll be asking for Matt Miller and the quarterbacks coach Zach Hill as well, and some of those guys mixing in. But somebody mentioned, and I'm not sure I've mentioned this guy's name all camp, and that's not for a bad thing because he's been very impressive, is Latrell Caples as well. Caples is a guy that came in as the leading wide receiver on this team and was the senior, and everyone's talking about him being a possible captain and a first team all league type guy. And we're wanting to see some of these other guys step up, but I would say that Latrell Caples has been as good as advertised, if not better, and he looks like he's primed for a big year as well.
Pencil him in. He's going to be wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. I don't know if Potter's going to think he's better in the slot, or he wants his experience on the outside, or he plays him everywhere. He's also in the mix for punt returner, but I think that's going to Sherrod unless they need Sherrod so desperately in the backfield. They don't want to risk him returning punts, but I see him, Latrell, factoring in there too. And we all like Latrell Caples. He's a great kid, actually a great man now. He's been here so long. He's a leader of this team. Nobody likes this thing. Nobody's happier. Nobody's more thrilled. Nobody's more honored to be out there right now than Latrell Caples and get this team back to a playoff game, but also for him individually to have that year he's always wanted to have. He's always been trying to build off 2022, where he caught 60, 50, 60, whatever balls, and you thought, okay, here we go, and then the injury. So he just wants that year where he can catch, let's say, 50-plus balls, 7+ teeters, be a captain type of player on this offense. But yeah, you guys, Latrell's been fine. Just pencil him in, hope he stays healthy, and expect you're going to get the best out of him every single day.
Speaking of Latrell Caples, he's with Lithia Ford of Boise. Lithia Ford of Boise, you better get out there and check out some of the great deals they have going on. Their fall kickoff sale is underway at Lithia Ford of Boise. You can view their full inventory of vehicles online at lithiafordboise.com. And Latrell Caples, one of numerous student athletes there that had NIL deals. Jim Sturk, Jamie Drake and company, taking care of your favorite athletes, coaches, administrators. Return the favor for your next car or truck purchase. Make it at Lithia Ford of Boise. Our title sponsors, rowpaint.com. Andy Rowe and company, pumped to announce Andy's going to be coming back to do his weekly segment during the football season. Always provides great insight. Love Andy Rowe, rowpaint.com. There would be no Bronco Nation news without rowpaint.com. So next time you're looking for that interior, exterior painting job, maybe the concrete coating on your garage or that ugly slab of concrete in your back patio, now's the perfect time. Some great sales going on for the fall. Hit them up, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, and our title sponsor, Row Paint, rowpaint.com. Hey, Taco Bell, we're going to get over there for a broadcast. Maybe I can get Johnny to do it next week. We're trying to get over there to the Taco Bell on Broadway, do a location there before practice, and love Taco Bell. My kids eat it religiously. The cheesy roll-ups, the great cantina bowls. I sub out the lettuce for the rice if you're going keto style, but some great options at Taco Bell. I know they're on board with KTIK as well. Johnny, favorite Taco Bell food item is?
I'm going with the breakfast bacon quesadilla right now.
It's a good choice, and I think you first had that when we did a broadcast there last year. But TacoBellWorks.com, the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family, we appreciate them for their support of BNN. Check them out, Taco Bell, Treasure Valley Taco Bell location. Visit one today. Hey, Idaho Central Credit Union, we got some new assets coming in that we'll be showing you some new things. But they've got Pearson Carmichael, they've got Maddox Madsen, some of your favorite stars now on board with NIL deals. It started with Tyson Degenhart. It's moving on to the next wave of athletes. ICCU stepping up in a big way. They are now back on board with Learfield. They're an official partner of Boise State as well. So big things happening at ICCU. We appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. Visit them at ICCU.com. Hey, Jackson's an Extra Mile can help you save money at Roaring Springs. $8 off a ticket when you buy 2 Coca-Cola products at Jackson's or Extra Mile. You can use it up to 4 times. That's $32 in savings. That's right. Save $32 if you're heading out to Roaring Springs when you buy 2 Coca-Cola products at Jackson's or Extra Mile. Visit Jackson's today. And I visited that new Jackson's location right there by the stadium. They've redone the front. Great spot. We appreciate Jackson's, a big supporter of Bronco Nation News. And Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game. You looking for a sauna, a hot tub for the patio, maybe a pool table for the game room, a dartboard. They got you covered. You can check them out online, Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game at thespateam.com. 4 locations. They've been a part of the Boise State home team since 1978, I believe. So great local spot. We appreciate them. Check them out online at Snake River Pool and Spa, patio and game. All right, Johnny, we've talked a lot about the offense. By the way, somebody was asking about Kobe Young. Kobe Young, what we're allowed to say is in the open periods of practice, the first 2 days, he has not participated. So we will just leave it at that. We have not been able to see Kobe Young because he has not practiced during the open portions of periods the last 2 days. But he is a guy that I hope is out practicing soon because I am intrigued to see where he's at.
It'd be nice if he got a shot, but I don't think anybody should be or would be expecting much at this point from what you've just said, but it'd be nice if he got a chance, and we'll see if he does and how he fits into like we've been talking about, pretty talented athletic group of receivers.
All right, let's talk defense because we haven't really spent much time on them. Anybody in particular stand out to you on defense? I mean, the first 2 days, it was a lot of red zone, shorter type routes and things. It wasn't a lot of airing it out down the field, or it wasn't a lot of drives down the field, to be honest, for the offense. It was a lot of situational. I think Maddox told us a lot of second and long, third and short type stuff, and then they would just restart at first down. They wouldn't keep going down the field. So it's been hard to get a lot from the defense. I did mention Jaden Mickey, the Notre Dame transfer, had a pick at one point in practice too. Marco Notriani had one. There was a freshman that had a pick in the one-on-one drills as well. But overall, your thoughts on the defense so far?
This might sound weird, but and I might get a lot of crap thrown my way for it, but I think the secondary's the strength. I think we're going to see a lot of dime defense because they're not going to be able to keep off Devon Banks and Jaden Mickey the field. Zion and Buck look really good back there at safety. Zion looks more physically like Buck this year. Zion Washington hit the gym, man, in my opinion. And he looks like Buck back there. So I really like what they're doing at safety. Well,
I saw Derek Ganter Jr. too make a nice play on day 2. The safety coming over from Eastern Washington. He's going to be pushing those guys for playing time also.
100%. I was getting to him too. He's almost he's built like a linebacker. I could see them putting him at dime backer if they had to and get really effective with pass coverage there. I don't think they would. Just saying, I don't know where the Ganter kid fits in. I mean, he's behind Zion. Okay. He'll probably be behind Banks, possibly at nickel. Or
Mickey at nickel now too. So
Mickey, the Notre Dame guy is Mickey, and he's good. And Banks, we saw last year, he's good. McCoy and Irby are still on the outside, and I guess they were good at the end of the year. I think they got better. McCoy had an all-league year. Irby, I think, needs to play better week in, week out. But all those guys, those guys fly around, and they're really athletic. And they played a lot of dime, and I think that could be a thing just because you want to get your best 11 on the field. And I see it back there, and Marco's having a good camp at middle linebacker. Rip's flying around a little bit too. That's kind of my take. Defensive line, maybe you can go there, but I'm impressed with the secondary, guys. They just have a lot of really good football players back there in my estimation.
Yeah, Adam Freeland is asking concerns for the D-line, and I know it got a lot of talk yesterday, so we don't need to really dive into it much, but obviously Braxton Feely, his comments basically saying he didn't think the D-line was good enough that he wanted to stick around, in part with all those young guys, and a lot of his friends were leaving, and he wanted to leave. He comes back. They obviously bulked up in the transfer portal. David Latu, I know he's a little bit limited, I guess, to start fall camp, as Spencer Danielson told us. They had a couple other guys they added, the Idaho transfer, Williams. They've added the Hawaii transfer as well, Deion Washington. So they've added a lot of guys in the transfer portal to go along with some of those young guys, like whether it's a Michael Madry, a Max Steeds, who we're going to talk to today after practice. But we found out, I guess, at 55 sacks last year, Johnny, 0 strip sacks. 55 times the Boise State defense, and good majority of those were the D-line, got to the quarterback and sacked him, but not a single time did they knock the ball out and cause a fumble on a strip sack last year, which almost just seems fluky to me. I mean, that's crazy to believe, but obviously there's something wrong with the technique or what they're doing. But 55 sacks, no strip sacks. I know that's a focus for the whole defense, but in particular the D-line. There is a big, a lot of people watching the D-line. I went over there and watched them hit the sled and watched a couple drills. I'm going to be back over there today. But overall, concern level with the D-line after losing so much productive talent there. Everyone wants to talk about Ahmed Hassanin, but on the interior with a Herbert Gums, a Michael Callahan, a Sheldon Newton, they lost some veteran guys. I think it was over 1,200 snaps from last year's team are gone. I know Virgin Morgan's back. We mentioned some of the other guys, but where are you on the D-line?
And those guys are on the edge a lot as well. I mean, I guess if you're gonna trust Braxton Feely when he said why he left, you'll trust him saying I was wrong and these guys are good and we're going to be just fine. And detailed the acquisitions, the portal, what they did there with the defensive line. Also, I don't know, man. They did a pretty good job. I'll call this first possession of the season in Tampa, strip sack. Boise State's favor. It's just that's how fluky I think that stat was. I'll just call it. They'll get one on the very first drive or something. We'll be like, oh, there's your strip sack. And you'll say, okay, there was a massive, massive emphasis on that. Or the first sack of the season. There's going to be strip sacks this year. And I think I don't want to say necessarily the only reason they led the nation in sacks last year is because they had a bunch of dudes that are going to that just know how to beat the guy in front of them, and they're all future NFL badasses. I think a lot of it was scheme, guys. I think Eric Shenander did a good job of confusing opposing quarterbacks or offensive lines and their determination for how they're going to shift protection. Total chess match in there, and I think Shenander's good at that, and he had the players that were certainly good enough to lead the nation in sacks. And I don't look at this group and say, I know you lose Ahmed, but you bring back JVM. Malachi Williams can really play, the Idaho kid. And Steege, everybody talks about his ascension. And dude, I'm sorry, but Jabril Frazier, he's like, what, 2 for 2 on all conference players last year? I mean, he does an excellent job, I think, with the edge. I think they can still rush the passer this year. They're not going to lead the nation in sacks. That's almost kind of fluky, too. You need so much stuff to go your way as a defense to have 50-plus sacks. But can they be a top 5, top 10 sack team? Can they lead the Mountain West in sacks? I think that's a reasonable goal. And if they do all those things, they're probably going to put themselves in a chance, BJ, to host the Mountain West Championship game again right here with maybe a second straight playoff trip on the line.
Hey, the Blue and Orange store. Hope you've checked out the new Blue and Orange store here at the Boise State Hall of Fame. Right inside the main entrance to the Hall of Fame, the Blue and Orange store is open during normal business hours. We're going to be doing a broadcast with Travis Hawks and some guys here shortly. But the Blue and Orange store, get on out here at the Hall of Fame. Visit their location at the Boise Town Square Mall or check them out online at theblueandorangestore.com. Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Check them out online, bauscherrealestate.com. Rand's family bought and sold our house with Matt and his team. They did a tremendous job. Highly recommend Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Ridley's Family Markets, shop ridleys.com. 13 locations. I know Johnny loves that CUNA location all across the state, surrounding states as well. Hit up that McCall location if you're heading up there to go camping or hang out for a weekend before the weather gets cold. But Ridley's Family Markets, download their Skip app. Good savings to 40% off of the checkout line. Shop ridleys.com. Transportation Compliance Service. They're helping folks get into the trucking industry every step of the way. You can check them out, transcompservice.com. Whether it's DOT, overweight, all the permits and things you need, they're a local company helping out folks all over the world. Transportation Compliance Service. Hey, if you got a voicemail, you got something on your mind that you'd rather speak instead of type out into the chat, leave us a voicemail, speakpipe.com/BNN. We'll get that on an upcoming show, and it's brought to you by Signature Roofing. Online at mysignatureroofing.com, whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, an inspection. Signature Roofing, online at mysignatureroofing.com. And Johnny, we continue to get more people signed up for the Circa Sports Millions contest, a Survivor contest. I had 2 more guys yesterday reach out saying, hey, can you sign us up when you go down there? $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You got the Millions contest, the Survivor contest, $1,000 entry fee. So get a couple buddies, get it together, pool your money, and it's a lot of fun. And wake up on a Sunday morning and have some skin in the game. And we are going down in a couple weeks. We'll be broadcasting live the Ultimate Contest weekend weekend, August 21st to 23rd. That's week 0 of the college football season. So a couple of Mountain West teams in action. You can watch some games. You get a free open bar at a pool party at Stadium Swim, free open bar happy hour with Derek Stevens and company the night before. A lot of great stuff. You get 50% off your hotel rooms as well. So if you're interested, Circa Sports, Circa Millions, reach out to me. I can help get you signed up. We're looking forward to that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And Johnny, folks always say, oh, is that legal? It sounds kind of shady. It is 100% legal. You can use a proxy. Tom Carroll is our proxy. We'll get you set up. You just have to sign up in Vegas, but you can play from anywhere in the world using Tom Carroll, our proxy, and he makes the picks for you. So it's all legal. It's cool, and looking forward to that. By the way, we got a couple minutes here, and we got to get out of here, but there's football tonight. Ahmed Hassanin, we're talking sacks, we're talking defensive line. Ahmed Hassanin's probably going to get some playing time tonight.
This is my annual, it's Hall of Fame game night dance, BJ, that we actually have football. I will race home. I will watch this, and then 10 minutes into the game, I'll have no interest because it's the Hall of Fame game, and I realize every year how poor a football being played it is. But, again, we haven't seen an NFL football game since February, right? A Super Bowl. So, heck yeah. And tonight, as we expect, Ahmed Hassanin is going to become the first Egyptian to set foot on an NFL football field. I'm sure they'll detail that on the broadcast. I think it's Tarico and Collinsworth. It's the NBC crew, I believe, tonight. But that's going to be fun. And we'll see what happens with Scott Matlock. You know, I know they have 90 players on rosters now, so they really don't have to play anybody they have plans with or don't want to play. I wonder how Scott Matlock factors in, because there might be, guys, Ahmed's playing edge. Scott Matlock is playing fullback. There could be a scenario where Scott Matlock's job is to block Ahmed Hassanin or whatever the case may be on a run pursuit or whatever we might get to see. And I guarantee you the last time Scott Matlock and Ahmed Hassanin went up at it at a football field, I'm imagining Ahmed got his ass kicked because he was a young sophomore, and Matlock, you remember how big he was. He threw dudes around at practice. So I want to see some Boise State on Boise State stuff tonight with Detroit. No, yeah, my favorite long snapper in the league, Hogan Hatton, Idaho Vandals, Detroit Lions. I imagine he'll take some snaps.
Most exciting Hall of Fame game in years for BSU Nation, and it's not close.
Kellen played in it one year, didn't he?
Might have. Probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe.
Didn't Brett Rippon play in it one year, too?
Yeah, there's been some guys.
Yeah. Well, should be fun tonight. Looking forward to that. I know you guys are going to have a great show, 3 to 6, Idaho Sports Talk today. By the way, if this breeze holds up, this will be nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Really nice breeze here. I know it shook the camera a little bit, but we're going to get over to practice. We'll get you some videos. We'll get you some reactions. We'll get you post-practice interviews. Malik Sherrod up today. Cannot wait to hear from him. We're also going to talk to Matt Lauder and Max Steege. We'll get all those on the Bronco Nation News message boards. So pop on there. Perfect time to subscribe while we're heading over to practice. You got a few minutes now. It's real easy. BroncoNationNews.com. And right now they're offering 60% off the annual price to jump on board with all of our thoughts and observations from practice, the Mike Prater columns, all the video interviews. We mentioned Johnny's Sanford and Ball Talk show is going to be on there as well. It's subscriber only. So looking forward to a fun year covering this team. We're 2 days in. Today's going to be a fun practice 3, and hopefully you're liking what you're seeing, and you'll go subscribe right now at BroncoNationNews.com, and then listen at 3 o'clock to Johnny Prater and the gang. I know you got another good show planned for today.
Yep, all the guests you mentioned, we'll have highlights there, break down camp, and get after it on a Thursday, man, 3 to 6.
Looking forward to it. Wait, they're saying when is the debut of Ball Talk? About 2 weeks, right? We're thinking a week or two before the season.
Stanford's got stuff going on with his high school coaching, his new job, and they're working hard out there. Valor Christian, look them up. But
not game week, but the week before. So week 0 week, you guys might kick it off.
So that's usually when we like to. Before week 0, we get a full 14, 15-week season. Subscriber only this year, and we get it. So we're going to take it up a notch ourselves. So excited to see you guys in Ball Talk season 3 or season 4.
Appreciate it, guys. The whistles are going off, so it's time for us to get into practice and check things out. Johnny Mallory's about to get a ticket over here.
No, I'm programmed.
There's the guy looking at Johnny's vehicle. Give him a ticket, sir. Give him a ticket. Yeah, give him a ticket. There's Johnny talking to the parking guy over here. Hopefully he's about to get a ticket. He's now fighting with the guy over this. Maybe we should keep this stream going here. They cannot see Johnny in the system. He's about to get a parking ticket. Uh-oh. We may have to get off of this stream here before things get serious with Johnny and the parking attendant. I'll keep the stream going if like 5 people promise they'll go subscribe. How about that? If you tell me you'll go subscribe, we'll keep it going. Now he's going to check the front of the vehicle here. This could be getting very interesting for Johnny Ballgame and the parking attendant. He claims he's on the list. They haven't found him on the list yet. These guys are very quick to the trigger to give you a ticket. I will tell you that. Let's, in honor of Johnny getting a parking ticket, let's get 5 people to sign up for BNN today, and maybe we can all help use some of those funds to pay for Johnny's parking ticket if we have to. No, it's not covered by BNN. You saw him wearing the KTIK shirt. He's here for his full-time job, KTIK. They can pay for the parking ticket, not me, but appreciate you guys. Go subscribe, BroncoNationNews.com. We'd love to have you subscribe and join the BNN family today. Again, interviews, practice highlights, our thoughts and observations. We get to watch the whole practice. What do we see? Who stands out to us? We'll throw that in the VIP message boards after practice. So you're going to want to subscribe, and hopefully you'll do that today. BroncoNationNews.com. Take advantage of that 60% offer before it goes away. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day out here at practice. We're going to go on inside and check it out. Johnny's going to deal with the parking attendant, and we'll see you guys soon. Go check out BroncoNationNews.com. Go subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. before practice 4. Bronco Nation News live out here at Boise State. Let's go watch some practice. BroncoNationNews.com.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. Our major sponsors, Idaho Central Credit Union, Taco Bell, Lithia Ford, the Blue and Orange Store, Jackson's, and our contributing sponsors, Signature Roofing, Western Collective, Snake River Pool and Spa, Transportation Compliance Service, Boucher Real Estate, Ridley's Family Markets, Circa Las Vegas, Lean Feast, and Timberstone Golf Course.